Okay, so let me divide this into a number of parts. What is your government doing to ensure that the congestion which is there in Bangalore is eased? One. And secondly, what are you doing to ensure that the infrastructure is now being done in much more planned way? Because you have been very vocal about citizen cooperating with the government. I'll come to that also.
You are telling the congestion of traffic, no?
Yes.
Am I right? Yes. Of course. See, what happens, earlier it was about 20 years back, the population of Bangalore was 70 lakhs. Since everyone in the country want to come to Bangalore, work there, now the population is 1.4 crores. You have 1.3 crore vehicles in Bangalore. Vehicles in Bangalore. It is not a planned city like other states, other like Delhi or anything. So it has been grown by itself. Now we are trying to channelize trade to Bangalore. So we can't stop people, stop people buying their vehicles. So every family would like to have one vehicle, two vehicle in their houses. But now we know what is the difficulty on that. Time is very much important. So we are planning for a big infrastructure, tunnels, flyovers, underpasses, lot of things we are trying to do it. We are spending about 1.5 lakh crores only on Bangalore. We are planning, we are coming out of the great Bangalore business corridor, which was not been done last 25 years. Now I am trying to building up. Already it is on the process. Metro line 336 kilometers is there. That is why then the Prime Minister came and said it is a global city. Whether central government helps us or not, but we are taking it forward. We know the importance of Bangalore, and people all over the world are looking at Bangalore. Last couple of 10-15 days, I think have about 10 visitors waiting for me to meet them because they wanted to shift their base from different part of the world to see that they again start their business, grow business in Bangalore. That is the strength of Bangalore. We are working out on the infrastructure. We will create it, we will help them, and a beautiful weather is there, human resources is there, power is there, water is there, whatever you want, it is available in Karnataka and Bangalore. We'll help them.
Before I close the interview, why do you say that? I saw your couple of interviews. You said the people needs to be more law-abiding. Why do you say that?
No, of course, see, what happens, law-abiding means they should respect the law. It may be a street vendor. It may be who is traveling in a vehicle. See, they should look at the law. They should not jump the signals. They should not overcross the yellow line. All these things matter. More discipline. If he doesn't respect a law, any state or any country, it will not happen. I have seen in various, I was in Davos last week. Even we waited for almost one and a half hour for just to travel 5 kilometers, 3 kilometers. Everyone was not trying to shift out of the yellow line. So we have to respect that. I could see even in Bangalore about more than, I've just made a small survey, more than 70,000 people are street vendors.
Okay.
They are avoiding, see, even those who walk on the street should be respected because footpaths are for them. You can't allow every street vendor to be on the same place.
Okay.
Even in the parking, there should be respect on the parking. So that is why we are trying to slowly evidate, try to them, convince them that you have to respect the law.
Okay. And before I let go of you, sir, am I talking to the future Chief Minister of Karnataka?
Pardon?
Am I talking to the future Chief Minister of Karnataka?
Time will answer for that.
How long?
Time will answer. I don't want to tell that. Time will answer for that. My party will reply to it at the appropriate time.
Will it happen soon? Will it happen soon,
I
sir?
don't want to comment on it. I am on my job. Whatever work, whatever the party gives me, just I do it. That's all simple. I leave it rest to them.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.